Well, after that shit happened with the camera,
she was cuddling with Sven.
I rolled a 9.
you were cuddling with Finn. It was very good cuddles.
I went to bed with my meats.
You did.
My shitty meats.
Torrens just over there, hugging a pile of meat.
Who was the last man on watch?
That was... Well, she was originally, but I'm still up. I'm actually still in bear form, so what I'm going to do is just kind of drag the wolf corpses off, like, away from camp a little bit, and then go back to elf form and trance until they're ready to go.
Roll a perception check for me.
Woo! Fuck! Of all the times to get a 20.
It's always the perception
Natural
checks.
20. I see the fuck out of some stuff.
You see the fuck out of the forest, and there's nothing to see.
Perceive the shit out of this forest. I can see an owl fart from here.
Alright, so as
to that wall.
the morning kind of comes, you notice that the wind seems to have stopped. You look across just like a pristine white landscape all around you. What do you do?
Let's go. Clean up the camp.
What meat?
Nature. I start taking down camp and kind of like releasing it back to the wild and make it a little more natural.
Okay.
Tear down the lean-to, all that
The
stuff.
campfire still there.
It's kind of like embers at
We
this
put
point.
stones around. Everything's fine.
Did you? So your meat, the meat that you cuddled all night was just completely uncut.
It was whatever landed in the fire. It was.
It was like charred, half burnt, half
So it
raw,
was
like
cooked rare.
kind of
I guess,
meat in the
yeah.
middle. There's some medium well rare parts on there, but
Yeah.
you know.
It was like that burger Janine got one night that was all nice all around the outside, and then a couple bites in, it was cold.
Gross.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys kind of slowly wake up and kind of look at your surroundings. Seems that the brunt of the storm has passed on.
I didn't actually wake you guys up. I just started taking down the lead to the snow fell on top of it. Okay, sorry.
Alright,
Where's the bear? Just need to shake the snow off.
yeah, he's normal.
I'm an
form
elf
now.
again.
Oh, okay.
No one
Yeah,
else
no.
anymore.
After I dragged the corpses off, I went back to elf.
So it's like a bear-shaped mound of snow that you shaked off, and it's a cell.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. So Sven kind of like rustles some crusties out of his eyes. You know, he's got like 4 layers to get through before he gets to his eye. But he just kind of like, kind of takes a look around, and all of you guys make a perception check for me.
Again,
Got it,
I
Chief.
just crit this shit.
Ooh.
19. It's always, like I said, it's always the perception checks.
And that's how
Medium.
the dice rolls.
I think
Crit
my
last
perception.
time.
It's 11 total.
11 total. Okay,
8
so
total.
all of you guys, you know, with the stark contrast from full blown blizzard to just clear. You guys easily all make out maybe 15, 20 more miles down the road. You see the beginnings of, you know, some fields. You can definitely see about 10 miles down the road where there's the snow line starts to drop off, and you can see the small little town of Horn Hill. You look over to your left and you see even more monumental now, since you weren't at the same level of it as anymore, this gigantic wall that just goes off and into the horizon.
Just from mentally picturing, what color is it? Like, what's the wall look like?
The wall, it's just like this kind of like cobblestone, grayish color.
For some reason, in my mind, it was immediately just straight obsidian, so I knew that probably wasn't right.
Since I'm part of the Sun Spheres, reminder, do I know anything about this wall?
Sun spears aren't traditionally from this neck of the woods, so
It's a fucking wall.
you're not really getting any major pings off of this, but it definitely seems to be old and very well constructed.
Okay. Spin up?
Yeah, Sven's up.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him about the wall.
So you kind of come up to him, he's just like, oh yeah, that's the northern wall.
Okay.
Yep, it
Okay.
sure is.
That's it.
I mean, it's been years since I've been here.
How do people get past?
Okay, but you're like, what?
These gates.
20? 50?
I mean, Eons ago they made it to keep the northern lands away from us. All sorts of war bands, and the Char pretty much predominate that area out there. King sends a couple of raiding parties every few months to go and break up some of the things that are encroaching close to the wall. But
so we still got quite a lot of stuff to deal with once we get over the wall.
I mean, unless you go, it's fine on this side.
Who said we were crossing that wall?
Are we? I don't know.
Not yet.
This place.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Are we just gonna follow the wall? Is that the thing? Like,
We're just gonna go to that town first.
okay, sure enough.
Baby steps.
Baby.
Hornhill, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm sorry, I was only half listening. Did you say dunes on the other side of the wall? Or like frozen?
The Char war bands are on the other side of the wall.
Okay, that doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, I don't have feelings for crossing over anytime soon. Char just isn't a word I love. Just in general, on principle.
What takes care of guarding the wall?
That'd be the Kingsguard. I mean, I've done a few ventures past the wall, and nothing fun.
We talking desert, lava.
Desert, wasteland.
Yeah, I fucked that noise. Sorry. I ain't into that. Alright, onwards to Hornhill, unless y'all are continuing. You can continue your conversation on the
Good.
walk.
Okay. So that way, I guess. So pretty much, with no snow impeding you, it's pretty much just the depths of the snow that's slowing you guys down. And so for the first 3 or 4 hours, it's definitely some trudging, slow going. But you guys, seeing the snow line and knowing that it gets better further on, you just kind of keep going. And I'd say after about 8 hours of walking, you guys make it through the snow and come down to the snow line. You've got maybe 10 more miles before you get to Hornhill.
Oh, right.
Can we see exactly what Hornhill is comprised of?
It's just
how podunk are we talking here?
I mean, you're getting real similar vibes from the last town that you guys went through, with the country bumpkins and where you met Quoth. Not the richest folk in the world. It seems like a lot of these communities that come back up to the Far Shiver Peaks, they're more down to earth kind of farmer folk than any kind of city dweller would be.
Okay. Cool. Another town we
Do
can
they have,
impress
like-
with our...
Yeah. Do they have farms?
Yeah,
is it
you- as
obviously
you-
like animals and stuff.
As you guys kind of make your way down there, you see some sprawling fields. It definitely looks like this is predominantly like a agriculture-based community.
Welcome to the rice fields.
Still sad and shaken from the mountain and everything, but it's been a day. But I am slightly sad to see this.
Nice to have some quaintness.
Animals that aren't trying to eat us. Clarify.
Yes, that too. Hey, we continue on our approach, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Head into town.
So I'd say you guys woke up at about like 7 in the morning, and you've been traveling for a good 8 hours now. So all of you make just some Constitution checks for me.
Yeah, look at that,
I'm
buddy.
retarded. 7
It's a
plus
2.
8. It's like 2 in the afternoon.
I got a 5.
What?
What time of day
That's
is it?
a constitution thing? Wow, we're all real tired.
Yeah.
Damn.
You said Constitution?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a 5.
it's 5. I mean,
Got a 9 total.
getting out of that snow took a lot out of you guys. It looks like if you pushed it for another 3 or 4 hours, you could make it to Hornhill. But I mean, you might be just ragged by the time you get there.
Oh, we're not even there yet.
You guys are kind of like halfway in between the snow line and the city right now. So you could either push it or take it slow, and you might get there later in the afternoon.
Yeah, we can take it slow.
Yeah.
For a little
Let's
while.
take the shortcuts. That's what we get. Or we just slow it down.
We're just
Like, I think we've been, like, trucking, so
we
now
need
it's
to
like...
chill.
Okay, short rest it is.
Well, not short rest. We just need to slow down.
Okay.
We've been mall walking, now we're gonna go down to quaint downtown walking, which is much slower.
And you've got your sangria in one hand, and you're just kind of taking it
And your ice cream cone. I'm thinking Blowing Rock. I'm thinking we went from King Street to Blowing Rock.
Right.
So you guys, you slow up a bit and kind of just take your time getting in there, and as it hits around that kind of dusk hour, you guys make your way into Hornhill. It's kind of like the same scenario. It seems that towards night everybody kind of gravitates towards the local inn. You definitely hear some like sounds of music kind of wafting through the air. You can roll perception checks for me.
That's your ass.
I perceive some shit.
13.
I don't perceive anything.
23.
23. Sylvis, you kind of perk your ears up, and you hear this seems to be like a little bit of a more rambunctious clientele. You can definitely hear like a little bit of cursing and but all in good taste.
Some good
laughs, some
Did you say this town backs up against the wall?
To the woods,
Okay.
to the far Shiver Peaks.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the wall is still like away.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Which from this vantage, you're really starting to get a feel for the sheer size of this fucking thing. It's just huge.
I more meant just like I'm hearing rambunctious sounds. Do I immediately think, oh, soldiers from the wall, or do I just think rough and tumble farmers?
Roll an insight check.
Oh, cool. That's a thing. I insight some shit. 19.
19. I mean, you haven't had too many run-ins with the guards, especially in this new land. But you get the feeling this is just kind of like some jovial bar fight crowd.
Okay.
Like some people that come there's three types of people that go to a bar. There's ones that go to have a good drink, go to have a good meal, and go to have a good fight.
Yeah.
And you're getting the feeling it's that third one.
Gotcha.